Maven is an advanced project management and build tool for Java projects, and Maven is based on project object model. To work with a Maven, creating this project object model called POM file is mandatory. POM file is an XML file, and this is written by developers and it is placed along with the source code. So this plays a very important role to work with the Maven. Whenever you are running any commands in Maven, like let's suppose you are running a command called mvn compile from the command line. So Maven will look for the information in the POM file. POM file is like a heart for Maven. All the information of the dependencies of the project and all the plugins that are required for the project, all this information would be present in POM file. So whenever we are running any Maven command, Maven will search for the information in this POM file and download the dependencies and the plugins accordingly. So POM file is very important and a mandatory file for Maven. And okay, it was downloading all the dependencies by getting the information from the POM file. But from where it is downloading the dependencies? Maven is having three repositories called local repository, central repository, and remote repository. Local repository is nothing but on the same server where you are running Maven. So that's like a local cache. It will download, it will first search for those dependencies and the plugins from in the local repository. If they are not available locally, then it will go to the central repository and search this and download this report and download the dependencies and the plugins. Central repository is a repository managed by Maven community, and this will have all the more widely used plugins and the libraries, jars and all. So Maven will search the central repository over the internet and download the dependencies and the plugins and place them in the local repository. So this is how it works. For the next time, if it needs the same dependencies, it will use them from the local cache without again downloading it from the central repository. So the job becomes faster because it was downloading the dependencies from the central repositories over the internet only for the first time. From next time on, it was using the jars and all which were already downloaded and present in the local cache. So this is how Maven works. And let's suppose if it has not found the dependencies in the local repository, it will search the central repository and download them. And if it does not find the dependencies in the central repository, then it will again search another repository called remote repository. Remote repository is nothing but which is developers own custom created repository containing all the required libraries and jars for the project. So if the dependencies are not available here, it will search this and download them. So this is how it works. And this remote repository location will also be documented in the POM file. So POM file is a very important file which will have all the information of the dependencies needed for the project, all the plugins that are required to execute tasks on the project, as well as the remote repository address. Everything will be documented in the POM. So this is how Maven works.